How about those Dallas Cowboys? Are you kidding me? I don't even know where to begin with certainly the most lopsided effort of week one. I'm sitting here thinking the 49ers would have the biggest win of the day. The Cowboys go out on prime time, national TV, hang a 40 burger on their rival, the New York Giants. And by the way, 40-0. Nothing. Shutout. Largest shutout win in Dallas Cowboys history. First shutout over the New York Giants, also in a season opener, since 1995. If you're doing basic math, you know 1995 was the last time the Cowboys won the Super Bowl. Yes, when you win 40-0, we can draw all these silly parallels. We can get real crazy with it because the Cowboys authored a beatdown that you basically just don't see in the regular season. Cowboys had a 26-0 lead at halftime. Their offense barely had to do any heavy lifting. That's what happens when your defense blocks a field goal and returns it for a touchdown, has a pick six, forces 5 fumbles on the day, has a +3 turnover margin for the game. Like I said, this is a game that makes me feel for the PR staff, because the Cowboys PR staff is spending their night and their morning just digging through all of the obscure stats that happen when you win a game 40-0. This is the type of game where you're pulling up things that happened in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. But look, this is what was supposed to happen for the Cowboys, if we're being honest. Like, okay, 40-0, of course. Of course not. You don't see that coming. But they were favored by 3.5 in this game. They are seen as an NFC favorite. So to some degree, I expected the Cowboys to flex their muscle. 7 sacks. Micah Parsons looking like he's about to pick up exactly where he left off. And no, the offense wasn't anything crazy, but Dak Prescott did have the Dallas offense converting 58% on 3rd and 4th down. They were good in the red zone. They made the most of their opportunities. They scored on 5 of 7 drives when the starters were still in the game. Did I already mention that the starters sat down with most of the quarter still to play? I did? Okay. So good. We've said all of this fun stuff. Cowboys romp over the Giants. For me, the story of the game, even as a longtime Dallas guy, it's less about the Cowboys being good, because we saw that coming, and it's about the Giants turning in what I think you have to call the most disappointing performance of week one. One of the more disappointing performances I can remember from an NFL team. We've been talking about it all offseason. The Giants are firmly entrenched in 3rd in this division behind Dallas and Philadelphia. But this was a team that made the playoffs last year, had a winning record, and spent resources trying to improve their roster. Did you see it in this game? Did you? Of course you didn't. The Giants didn't score any points. The Giants let Daniel Jones get absolutely mauled, sacked 7 times, hit another 10. It's honestly incredible to me that he stayed in the game as long as he did. I saw Brian Daboll after the game was saying the Giants were trying to build some positive momentum, find something to feel good about heading into week 2. I mean, it worked out for you, Brian Daboll, but you'd feel even worse about week 2 if Daniel Jones had gotten hurt, getting absolutely blasted by this Dallas pass rush in a 40-0 game. Seems like a really unwise decision. The Giants survive it, but I don't know where you go from here. Again, special teams had issues. Defense contributed. Offense, one of the most toothless performances of week 1. It's only one game, but guys, it better be a 24-hour rule. You better flush that tape really quick, because I said it in the preview show. The Giants came into this game with a chance to make a statement about who they are. Are we a better roster than people are giving us credit for? Do we have more of a chance in the NFC East than people think? Can we correct some of those problems from last year? Remember, this was a team that made the playoffs with a -6 point differential. Well, now you're sitting at -40. Super Bowl contenders don't lose games this badly. It just doesn't happen. So the Giants have a ton of soul searching to do, and the Cowboys looked like one of the most impressive teams of the week.